Hello, good people. Welcome to our show. Hello, bad people. Welcome to our show. Hello, guys. Welcome. Today we are going to discuss about SEO, and we can touch topics about link building, about SEO process, and how you can adapt AI today because it's tough to imagine our job without AI. But many marketers lost their jobs. I don't remember exactly the number, but around 5% of marketers and content creators lost jobs when ChatGPT appealed. And let me tell you why. I don't think so because of ChatGPT. I think because of someone can adapt to ChatGPT much faster than these people. Because I only increase my results with ChatGPT I used before. This tool today I use a lot more and get a lot of great results. I don't care what Google can say or something like this. If you know how to create high quality content, you can do it, you can win. I'm so excited to discuss a lot more with Michał Suski. How are you?
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm good. Thank you. Great introduction, by the way.
Yeah, a big pleasure. You welcome back to share more valuable insights. I remember our first episode about the rule 80/20. So I want to learn more, especially today when we have AI. I spend every single day to play with this tool, to think how I can adapt, how I can increase results that I have. Before we start, just tell more about yourself, experience, background, and anything that can help our listeners to learn more about you.
Yeah, all right. I've been in the industry since 2016, so it's not a huge amount of time, but actually that's why I love SEO because it's so disruptive, it's so quickly changing that you really don't need a 10 years experience to win in the SERP. I started as a PBN copywriter, basically like many of us, just writing some shitty content for PBNs, but then I got involved into learning about SEO and been working in the agency for a year. That turned out for me to be a great time because I after a year I became head of SEO of that agency. So that was really quick journey for me. And after that, we realized that we need to scale up the agency. So we built the internal tool for ourselves, which turned out to be Surfer. So we scratched our own itch and we're like, hey, can we maybe quit client's job and start building the product for real to help other SEOs? And it turned out that yes, we can. And it's been almost 7 years now as I'm building Surfer with the greatest team on earth. Right now, I'm the head of innovation in there, so you can imagine myself playing with data scientists, analyzing some prompts and figuring out like how we can create even better AI content, how we can do the keyword clustering, how we can imagine the whole topical authority strategy to make our website really a Wikipedia of the niche and keep the pace of publishing ton of content every day with the help of AI. So that's about me in a nutshell.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah, great experience. And I know about Surfer. It's popular tool. And I use some other tools as well, like Phrase.io, but Surfer is great. Uh, can you tell benefits of using Surfer SEO compared to other great tools that we have today? Some content creators tools, and I think almost all keyword research tools jump on this field. We can
Yep.
find similar features on CRanking, on CMrush, so they wanna they give this opportunity to create content with AI. So, any tips why you are better? Give a strong reason
Yeah,
on that.
yeah, sure. So there are like many different levels. You can compare these tools, but I would emphasize on two areas, I guess, or maybe three. Okay, so the first one would be the data behind the writing guidelines. So we always analyze the real-time information from the SERP to extract all of these entities that Google will be looking for when it comes to understanding your content and ranking it. And we use our own keyword extraction algorithms, which are built specifically for SEO. So these are not like generic Google NLP API, for example, or IBM Watson API. We have our own that is like tailored for for the SEO needs. So that's one advantage. The second one would be touching the AI stuff, as Surfer AI is like figuring out tons of information before it starts analyzing. I would say it's considered premium. It's a bit more expensive than the others, but when it comes to the amount of information we analyze prior to generate the article, it's huge. It's more or less 300,000 words long conversation within the AI environment to figure out all the facts, to give these facts the context, to figure out these questions and answers and user intent and all kind of stuff to create the best, the most comprehensive piece of content based not only on the SERP but also on the custom knowledge that is Googled along the way. So imagine that the Surfer AI, when it's figuring out like, hey, there's a new concept in that SERP that we don't have enough information on. So we will Google it along the way and send our agents in there like, hey, maybe check it out or read the content, figure out what else is there, not only in the SERP, but outside of that SERP to enrich the information. So yeah, that's basically I would say that is the most comprehensive pipeline in all of these tools. Uh, and the third one, I would touch the research because we are doing something revolutionary right now when it comes to the topical mapping. As are you familiar with keyword clustering and stuff like that? So grouping these keywords, yeah. So uh, when we started building the clustering tools back in the days, that was 2020, I guess. Uh, I was so tempted that like how many keywords can we cluster at once? And at the time we managed to cluster like 10,000 keywords, 20,000 keywords tops. But now we managed to cluster the whole database of keywords that consists of close to 200 million keywords in one pass. So it gave us the huge graph, the huge map of all of the topics on Earth, which turns out to be super helpful in mapping not only like 5, 10 articles to write. It's mapping like thousands of the whole niche. Like imagine the SEO niche. It can consist of over 1,000 different articles in link building, in AI SEO, in content creation, in technical SEO, in all kind of stuff. And these, all of these are grouped within categories, within sub silos that you leverage internal linking in there. And I got some really great results from using that, like from using my own product. So I would say these are the three things you should consider a competitive advantage of Surfer.
Awesome. Yeah, well explained. Like it. Uh, let's talk about creating high quality content. If you use any tool, it doesn't help if you have no skills. And for example,
Yep.
if you ask me to write any content by using ChatGPT or any other tool, including Surfer SEO, so if I do it about accounting, I fail. And I tried. I can't create great content. I can't create content about weight loss because it's not my main topic. Of course, I lost my weight a few years ago, but that was personal experience. And what I found that I can create high quality content only about digital marketing, SEO, because I know these topics. I you don't need to ask me. I usually do it every single day to create some pieces of content. But can you tell how it's important for considering this parameter EEAT, expertise, experience, authority, trust,
Mhm.
while creating content?
Sure, sure. So the most crucial part, like we have two areas of that. One area is how authoritative is our domain. So it will be about all of the topics that we also cover on a website. And if you have a website about the accounting, then we will need all kind of topics related to administration, related to figuring out the taxes, to figuring out like the invoicing and like all that kind of stuff. And the more related topics we already have covered, the more authority we get as a website and the more internal links we can send from relevant sources of ours to the new piece. So that's one part. And the other part is within the article itself. And I would say, and I use it quite often, even when I'm using AI, I try to put the instruction to include personal experience of the author. So if I were pretending to be a content, I would try to put information that, let's say, last year when I was doing my year summary for taxes, I used this or that procedure and it helped me save $10,000. And if you include such an information in the article, it's super helpful for Google to figure like, okay, this guy had some experience with accounting, with doing the yearly summary and whatsoever. So it like it means that this source may be trustworthy. And if you combine it with a proper introduction of yourself, so not only telling that you did xyz or you saw someone did xyz, so you had that experience, but also the expertise, like you will sign yourself, like let's say it's Michał Suski, who is an accountant in a firm for 7 years and he graduated from blah blah blah. They are not able to check it. However, they are able to read that information and process. So they won't be able to check your graduation. They won't. The only thing they can do is to understand that you introduce yourself as the accountant with experience with graduation. So even though you are not, and well, it's kind of black hat, isn't it? But even though you are not an accountant, you can uh, pretend to be one, and nobody in there, I mean, Google will be able to figure out because there is no freaking database of accountants that are like, legitimate enough to write a piece of content for Google to rank it. It's like impossible. So these things to consider within the article provide information about your expertise so you are eligible to write such a piece of content, then prove that you did something like that recently or had some contact with someone doing it so you can know what you are talking about. And the other part is how well established is your website around that topic so you'll be considered as that thing I mentioned, the Wikipedia of accounting. That'll be like all the stuff related to invoices covered, all the stuff related to contracts solved, to taxes, everything on the page, and it will give you the trust as a domain. So the
Nice.
bigger you are, the more trust you get actually. So that can be a problem for the beginners, for the starters. However, with the help of AI, we can actually like dump so many articles on the page that we can like quickly catch up with competition that has 200 articles about uh, legal stuff, let's say motorbike accident kind of thing or like whatever. And we can quickly catch up with these guys. So build the authority of the website, and each article we are full control of. So we can like this is easy to quickly deliver information that you are eligible to write about certain things. So yeah, that's the short summary.
Nice, nice. I wanna ask about keyword stuffing. I remember when I started my digital journey in 2008. I used a lot of keywords. I even think that, yeah, we created content for search engines, not for human beings. Google was not smart enough, and Google ranked all our content. We had a team of writers who wrote about anything, weight loss, finance, anything. So they wrote, Google ranked, but things changed many times. So Google
Yeah.
fired all this team. Actually, I fired this team, but Google helped me, to do it, just push me forward. But when I'm using similar tools like um, Surfer SEO, I wanna add a lot more keywords, and you mentioned that you can provide a lot of data from news. I don't know, Wikipedia. So a lot of data, and sometimes users need simplicity. They don't need to get comprehensive guide for each keyword. It depends on the user intent, of course. But and for example, we often help websites in trading investing niche, and we of course test a lot, and we provided different tests for different articles. So one article were written um, with 4,000 words, almost everything we covered in one article. Then we wrote the second article with 2,000 words twice. So first article has more length, but Google ranked well the second article with less. And we figure out because of simplicity, people don't need it. So I want to ask you how to find this balance with user intent and considering data, because I think experts can understand me much better when they see a lot of data. They need to choose the right data because many tools can tell, okay, you need to add these keywords, your balance is less than your competitors have. So any tips about that?
Yeah. So you mentioned the competitors, and this is really crucial when it comes to like even though you are reverse engineering the SERP, there is top 10 search results, and among that top 10 search results, there can be different user intent serving pages. Like you can have the Amazon, you can have some e-commerce pages, but also you can have a review pages from the affiliates. And depending on who you are and what's your goal, you need to choose competitors along with your intent. So if you were creating a description for a category page for the e-commerce, you would select the Amazon, you would select the e-commerce pages in there, but you need to deselect these guys that are serving different intent, which is the affiliate review. And on the other side, when you are writing the affiliate reviews, you remove these e-commerce because they serve the buyer intent, not the investigation intent. So this is crucial as a starter. But when it comes to the staffing of keywords, I'm a huge fan of uh, pushing people towards using as many entities as they can, but different entities. So let's say there were like 50 entities extracted from the top 10 competitors, and some of them are used should be used or are used by the competitors more frequently, some others are less frequently, and you have an hour to optimize. So what do? You would take the top 20 of that list and try to hit the specific numbers. So this keyword three times, that keyword seven times, and so on. Or you want to include all of them, but just once. So I'm a huge advocate of the second approach. So instead of tweaking the numbers to go crazy with mathematics, is to provide as many different entities, as many different aspects as possible, not necessarily tweaking the frequency, not necessarily tweaking the density. It will still work, but it can sacrifice the like when people are reading the article, they will be like, well, okay, it's an SEO article, so you want to avoid it. However, there's always two sides of the coin. So if you want to rank your pages quickly, you should do the mathematics and like figure out crack the numbers. But when you start receiving traffic from Google, so they will push people to your content to actually evaluate if they did a good job on ranking. You need to make sure that these articles is not only fulfilling the algorithmic needs, but it is also fulfilling the user needs, answering the query as fast as you can, as simple as possible to deliver value to the user, make it read well and not feel like it's stuffed. You can always stuff in image alts. You can always stuff in display none. You can always stuff somewhere that is quite far away from the people, like FAQ section at the very bottom. You can stuff keywords in there, but you need to keep the original piece clean and easy to understand. So that's the balance. Like when you want to build like quick and dirty supportive articles for your money page, just to create some strong internal links to that page, then you go with the full-blown mathematics and don't care about the user. But for your most important money pages, when the conversion happens, you want to go the intent first and readability first and solving the problem for the user first and mathematics in the second. So that's the tip.
Yeah, got it, got it. I think experts have intuition. When you have intuition, when people spend time to learn something, to practice, to act, they have intuition and can figure out some numbers, data from tools. Because I don't rely on tools, but I love them. I can't work without tools, but I don't rely 100%.
I would tell you this on top of that, because I really like how AI is figuring out different contexts to use these keywords. Because when you are optimizing the article on your own, you will just read the article and put some keywords here and there. But when it comes to the AI, when it has so many informations about every single keyword, like how it was used, what was the context, like it was used in a short or long sentence, it was used at the beginning or at the end, it was used close to one entity or the other. And our brains are not that big to store that short-term memory of all of these uses. While with the AI help and with the massive prompting, you can actually leverage that information, so every single keyword that will be used in the article will be used in a proper context, in different contexts. So explain the SEO audit from perspective of building a checklist of the audit, or from the perspective of a client buying the audit, or from the perspective of SEO agency, which is putting up the offer on their page about selling the SEO audit. These are three different contexts, and AI can store all of three contexts and use them in the article. While I wouldn't be like, well, for that one case, I would be able to do it. But when I got 100 entities to be included in the article, and I got a couple of contexts for each, then, well, no, no way. I cannot unless I'm super heavy expert of the dish.
Yeah, nice, nice. Um, I wanna ask about the future. You are head of innovation in Surfer, and I think you need to predict the future, to forecast the future. And let me share a few my personal stories. For example, um, I like to learn what people can think about chatbots, about AI bots, about Google, and I found one interesting question that most experts can tell that AI bots can't beat Google. Google and SEO will be forever. I disagree with that. I disagree. I think everything has the end. And let me share my stories. For example, I decided to buy Tesla in Florida. So before
Which
buying
model? Which model?
Model Y.
Okay, I got the three. I got the three.
Okay, got it. So yeah, I decided to buy Y, but I didn't buy it. I bought a Honda Pilot because I need to drive long distance as well. So, but anyway, when I decided to buy Tesla, I search on Google. Can I use this drive? This autopilot, in Tesla in Florida, because each state has own law, and I couldn't find a simple answer to a simple question on Google. Probably I can, but I need to search a lot of content to read about Tesla, about characteristics, about legislations. Then I ask totally the same question on BART and get the answer for a few seconds. The second example, I decided to open a new business in Florida. So, and I needed to figure out what kind of documents I need to have to submit them. And yeah, I use Google as well from my habits, but I couldn't find a list of documents. I don't need explanations why I need to have this company, how it can help me, to grow my personal, I don't know, business and something like this. But when I ask the same question on ChatGPT, I got the answer for a few seconds. So basically, I think uh, I'm not alone. People can use chatbots to find answers to long questions, and today it's only beginning of this journey. So I think chatbots can take more search traffic from Google in the future. So, and Google, we can see, provides SGA, search generative experience. Gemini, we'll see. Bart, we have. So many things are coming. And I want to ask you about the future. For example, when I started my journey, I paid attention to create blog content. But if chatbots can steal this content, to rewrite in different words, to reply to the questions, what kind of future will be, and how you are going to adapt this possible future to Surfer SEO?
Yeah. So I guess that when it comes, like, I will start to answer like from the last part. So
Yeah.
I guess it will turn into optimizing for the AI, for large language models. So we'll be trying to produce content to become sources of large language models, because they will cite sources. They do it already. Like when you ask for the content optimization tool, you can ask ChatGPT, it will tell you Surfer. How
Hmm.
we did it, I don't know yet. I don't know yet, but that'll be something to figure out, like how to be the answer. Because if you ask it about who can help you with these papers, it will tell you that some tools can help you or someone will help you, and you want to be the one who is cited by the AI. So, but it's not. I would say it's not really coming that quickly in terms of taking over the whole market from us. Like, click and it's gone. It will be more like a slow adoption of that, and it will be bigger and bigger and bigger over time. But like old habits die hard, really. And even you experience that. So you started with Google, you didn't succeed, but anyway, you still have that habit, and we'll have many people still having that habit. So we'll be probably having like a little bit different audience in Google than we think we have right now. So we need to adapt to the people who will be sticking to Google, and we need to know who is still sticking with Google, so we can optimize for them, not for like everybody. Because like young people will search TikTok or Instagram, they won't search in Google. So that can be a thing. But there is one major obstacle before the revolution really goes full scale, and it is the computing resource. I know that it's going fast, that we have faster processors, we have better memory in our laptops, or like year after year. But uh, the search engine, as we know it, is so much cheaper to provide you the answer than the SGE, than the chatbot, than using the large language model of any kind. It's like uh, I don't know how many orders of magnitude, but significantly more expensive. And if Google wanted to replace all the searching experience with the AI experience, it would cost them so much that it's not like on the table yet. We cannot expect it in, well, I'm trying to make estimations, but definitely we cannot expect it next year that like every single query is like full blown AI request, because it will be just too expensive. Because you know what? Because you cannot cache it. You cannot cache the answers. And with the search engine, you can. You can, like, there are data centers and they are cached. There are the similar answers or the same answers based on the ranking, based on the your own experience, based on your behavior. They will be like these rankings will be there waiting for you, like click and you get it. So unless we have a revolution in computing resources, so it becomes like way cheaper than it is right now, we cannot expect that AI taking over the whole search experience. That's my take.
Yeah, I agree. I think it takes time to change
Yep.
habits. Whatever happens, people can't adapt fast, and 87% of users are not advanced, and they need time. And even if you ask me, I still have many habits that obsolete, but I love them. It's my habits. And yeah, I agree. For example, my son, I asked him once, please search on Google. He asked me some stupid question, and I replied to him, "Oh, search on Google, you can find the answer." And he searched on TikTok. He doesn't know about
Yeah,
Google
you see,
anything. So yeah,
the
I,
video content can be a real thing, like because it is way more authentic. I mean, we still have, like, of course, we have the green screen, we have the deep fakes and stuff, but there are some things that you cannot really, pretend you are doing. Let's say you are fixing your car and you are changing, I know, even the spark plugs. How to change the spark plugs? So, well, you record a video, you get the wrench, you like turn it, and you show like, hey guys, now I'm replacing the first plug. Remember to assign all of your cables, because if you mess the order, then well, it won't fire up. So, like. The video content will be harder to be replaced. When you are considering, like, if there is someone like a content creator listening to us right now, it can be a nice addition to your written content. If you have a chance, record videos on how you do it, explain it, because it'll be enriching the experience of the searcher. So they have either, I mean, both written and video stuff, and it can be like a future proof solution when we reach to that kind of moment when the search traffic is getting lower and lower. You will still have useful information for the not the reader but for the viewer, but the purpose will be the same.
yeah, and I think AI is not ready for video content, at least today. But
So
on CNN, I checked one
y-
publication when some students in California University created video content, and that was first time when I watched something looks like real human beings. Awesome job. You can search on Google about this video content. It's it's like when some, I don't remember the name of this journalist, but he's famous, and he spoke like a minute about AI, and then he uh, shared the message that it's AI, it's not him, and I
yep.
couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. That was a good job, because I played a lot with video AI tools. I tried to find the best solution, and today they are not ready. But this job was so awesome when someone could tell it's not me, it's AI, including voice, including video, and I didn't take part on creating this content. I'm AI. Yeah, that was so.
Imagine this. I saw a video of one Polish startup founder who used the tool HeyGen, which was turning his videos recorded in Polish into all different languages with the
Mhm,
face moving with the voice. So he's not speaking German, but
mhm.
apparently AI was able to turn his Polish into German, into French, into Spanish, even into Chinese, which is like quite ridiculous that it was possible. So what we can do to adapt is we need to watch the market. We need to like use the most recent technology to stay on the forefront, to always leverage the best solutions we can that are available today, and only this way we can keep the competitive advantage.
Yeah, nice. Let me share this. video. It's like a minute. We can watch fast, but yeah, it's awesome. I don't know if you
At Olive
ah
Garden, more
Oh yeah, this is
yeah.
nice. What's that? Oh,
benefits to
Yes,
tasty.
flavor. Hi, it's
yes,
everything
Come on.
all about the holidays, just with Alfredo.
I,
Olive
I was
Garden,
supposed to
when you
have a dinner
hear
now.
Welcome to the whole
yeah.
story.
This
I'm
one.
Anderson Cooper. Artificial intelligence, or AI,
Can you
is an
hear sound or
incredibly
not?
powerful technology which may change
Yep.
many aspects of our lives. The CEO of Google's parent company, Alphabet, which has invested heavily in it, recently said AI's impact could be more profound than electricity or even fire. Many worry about what that impact might turn out to be. Could AI one day replace humans? And if so, how might that happen? We've already seen some service-based and manufacturing jobs turn to AI in a big way. But what about other industries? Can AI replace journalists or news anchors? Perhaps it already has. Because what you just saw and heard a moment ago was not actually me. This is me, Anderson Cooper. And I am an AI-generated Anderson Cooper. That wasn't my real voice, and I never spoke the words you just heard. We asked a young student in California to create a fully end-to-end AI version of me. Looks like me, sounds like me, and it didn't take him very long to do it. This AI version of me was created in just a few weeks, actually, with open source tools. And remember, this technology is still in its infancy. It's only going to get better, faster, and more accurate, which raises all sorts of questions. Like, how will we know what's real? And what is not? Not just when it comes to believing what you see on TV, but everything from creating art, fighting wars, even waging political campaigns.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Innovators like
looks
Sensormatic
so real.
Solutions are helping retailers.
It is crazy. It is
Yeah.
crazy. Uh, what a fun times to live in. I
Yeah.
mean, fun from one side, not fun from the other. But in like from the business perspective, from the digital marketing perspective, like you mentioned, like people lost their jobs, like 5% of the marketers.
Mhm.
But I would say that these were the people who couldn't adapt to the new
Of
reality,
course.
and
Of course.
like the tools are there to replace some tedious tasks for you, and if you think that you will be able to do the same thing over and over for 30 years from 9 to 5, it's not this way anymore. And we all have to utilize the technology to stay competitive, like even the writers, like, well, if you like, only if you are a super high end writer, or like a journalist, or like a book writer, script writer, then you can stay without AI. But if you are writing generic articles for website building, for SEO purposes, even for social media, and if you don't help yourself with AI, you will be gone. You will be
Yeah.
gone really soon.
Yeah, nice, nice. I think it's like when farmers got the first tractor, So
Yep.
someone who started to drive this tractor, they got results. It's the same with AI. So I adapted to AI. I increased my results. We grew some projects, for example, in trading investing niche. We got from zero to 2,000 followers a day. Very competitive niche, extremely competitive, but we got great results, and most content were written with AI. And you can blame me that you lost your job, but if I don't do it, someone will replace me. It's technology. You need to adapt, especially in marketing, content creation. It's a quickly changing world. So we need to adapt to go ahead. Then you can work for a long time. But in other niches like accounting, most people didn't adapt to AI. They don't have technologies even in this big niche, plus $100 billion. I think $1 trillion if you considering paying salaries. So in companies, yeah. I think it's important to adapt even in accounting, because I don't know what kind of future will be. uh, I want to ask you about mistakes. I made a lot of terrible mistakes. I made slight mistakes. I keep doing them, and I don't know how to start learning something new without doing mistakes. For example, when I started PR, I failed. I wrote a bunch of press releases. I failed with all of them. Then we learned how it works, how to write something unique, valuable, how to satisfy journalist intent. We hired great experts who can do it. We found tools that can help us to pitch all these press releases, and we got mentions on CNN, Bloomberg, Dow Jones, Forbes, big websites, really big websites,
Yep.
because of knowing the process after failing. So we failed, learned, and found the way how to do it. So tell about mistakes that you still see content creators still do in server SEO, in other tools, but can avoid. For example, to learn before doing something.
Yeah. So I can see quite often that people are trying to go after these high search volume keywords and only write articles that will be searched by uh, thousands or millions of people every month, which is like quite often the straight path to quitting blogging, because these articles will never rank alone. So instead of covering the whole industry and starting with some long tail keywords, they will go after these big ones, and that's a huge mistake I can still see on the pages developed by people who are just not aware that is not going to work. um, and the other mistake, that's actually my mistake, and I'm happy to share my own mistake because maybe someone can learn from that without making that mistake. So we launched a bunch of projects utilizing the AI tools that we are building and the clustering tools as well. And what we did is we pushed like 200 or 300 articles on the page. They started to rank. They started to deliver traffic and impressions. I was like, wow, what a nice chart in Google Search Console. So what we did, we just sit in a chair and started to admire that chart. What happened is that we received a dip in traffic, and I started to panic, like, oh god damn, what happened? I was supposed to be sharing that case study here and there, blah 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 blah, going crazy about it. But it turned out that Google gave us so much appreciation after we published these couple of hundreds of quality articles that they started to rank us on keywords that we didn't deserve to be ranking for. We didn't mention something, we didn't answer it, even though Google ranked us. And what is the mistake? Is not looking proactively into the keywords you were ranked for and started receiving traffic. Because if I knew that, okay, this article is getting so much traffic, so let's look into the keywords, like what are the keywords that is getting traffic. And when I realized that I'm not supposed to rank here because I don't have the answer, I would realize that, and I will provide that answer right after discovering that issue. But my mistake was that I didn't look into that. I started looking only after I saw the decrease in traffic. It was too late to react. So it was more like we fixed that issue, and it took some time, and then we went back to the growth path. So the mistake is not looking into the data, not looking into the keywords you rank for, because you may notice keywords that you are not really the best answer. And if you can proactively fill that gap, it's a huge thing. If you don't do it, users will share signals to Google, like, hey
Yeah.
Google, why did you show me this article? Because it doesn't have the answer. Like you were searching for the Tesla
Yeah.
Y, right? The autopilot. You sent so many negative signals to these pages that they were probably along with more people like you deranked from that keyword. So if they realize they rank for your query and actually provided that answer in the first paragraph, you will be a happy user of Google search, not telling me about using ChatGPT or Bard. You would tell me, like, you know what, I was searching for it and it gave me the direct answer. You would love it. So you want to be proactively checking that information to avoid such a situation.
Awesome.
That's the thing.
Nice, nice. Um, I mentioned in the beginning of the podcast that we can touch topics about link building. So I wanna ask about link building. I mean, like, I see two experts, different experts. Someone who use link building a lot to get great results, and someone who can ignore link building to get great results, even million traffic. So I think it depends on the project. But if you have muscles, if you have benchmark, if you have authority, you don't need link building. Like Forbes doesn't need
Yeah.
link building. Neil Patel mentioned once he stopped link building for neilpatel.com because website
Look at
has a
his
strong.
results now.
Yeah.
Look at his results now.
uh,
So he
I don't
was
know.
he dipped in traffic like crazy. You
Ooh,
better check his website. Yes, he's like halved of traffic.
I
So
did.
I saw it recently. Really, check it out. It was like kind of okay,
Okay,
okay.
take it, okay.
Maybe it's because he stopped link building.
uh, I don't know, probably, but he mentioned about that even many years ago. So when he deserves some authority, I think it depends. It depends. Someone who can create linkable content, they can get naturally backlinks to interlink other content. And for example, wise.com. It's a big website, and I spoke with head of SEO. He told they don't use link building. They don't use to have 25 million traffic, and I check pages. They most pages that generate traffic have no links, or two, three links, not a lot. And I ask, what's going
Mhm.
on? How you got these positions? Because of having high authority to the domain, interlinking, so it works for them. So anyway, I want to ask your opinion about that. I don't think someone is right or wrong. It depends. But what we can see that Google can share that link building is not like many years ago. It's decreasing impact. And I remember Andrei Lipitsev said about links that in the top three ranking impact. But a few months ago, Google mentioned it's not even in the top five, but still has some impact. Your thoughts about link building?
There's a saying in Poland that if someone is trying to trick you with telling you something, you would do this and ask like, "Can you see the tank riding here?"
Uh,
Right? So there's like, they will tell that link building doesn't work, but I know it makes things so much easier because you can you can rank a website without links. Of course you can, and you can get a great results without links, but why to make the life tougher for yourself? Like if you have a resource to acquire a couple of backlinks, to speed up the indexation, to build these authority signals a little bit faster, then why not? I mean, you can invest $10,000 in content, but not investing equivalent in links will make you lose money because that content will not reach its full potential. I can tell you from the surferseo.com perspective, we couldn't rank a page on like not a long tail keywords years ago when we were just starting, and with help of affiliate marketers, with help of people writing our content, uh, we got quite a lot of backlinks since this 7 years. And now, when we are producing content about AI and SEO, it ranks like this, like this, like this. Why? We can guess, but I would say it's because the domain is old, it has many backlinks, the content is relevant, like it has this authority in that area already. And well, backlinks helped us a lot to start being able to rank these articles just faster. So like you said, it depends. If you don't like link building and you want to be pure white hat kind of person with just producing helpful, of course, content, it's possible. But if there is a real business behind your actions, you want to speed up with a sprinkle of backlinks. I wouldn't say 100 backlinks and shit content. I would put it like equal, like 50-50, but it's just like, you know, making your life harder for yourself.
Yeah, I got your point. Yeah, love it, love it. Valuable. And I have my final question according to your experience. So, I want to satisfy the intent of two people. The first person is student who is looking for a way to learn everything from scratch, considering that we have AI today, that the world, it's not like 10, 20 years ago, it's a new SEO world. And the second, business owner, co-founders, founders, someone who has online businesses, and they wanna learn. I mean, like the basic to understand how to cooperate with great experts, how to find great tools that will help them. So they need to know the basic to make the right decisions. So, two people. Uh, I want to ask you, if you started today from scratch without any experience, knowledge, skills, it's your first day in SEO. You didn't create Surfer SEO. You didn't write any piece of content. You wanna figure out how to do it, how to get results. What will you do if you started from scratch?
Mm, if that was the case, I would try to get an internship, maybe even free internship if I could afford not eating or sleeping under the bridge, right? Uh, I would try to find a mentor I can help with these tedious tasks, so the mentor can show me his experience and I can level up much faster. That would be my strategy right now. Not
Mhm.
reading articles, not reading books, not like listening to the videos that are salesy and stuff. I would just start like I would get my hands dirty with the task when someone more experienced is looking at me, and it's like in his interest or her interest would be that I learn the right thing. So if I can find the right mentor, even work for free to get some work done with someone looking at me, that will be the best way to learn SEO.
Yeah, I love it. I love your point. I think it's like Leo Messi. He doesn't read books how to play soccer. He hits a
Yep.
ball 1,000 times a day. I think
Yep.
Ronaldo, any other great soccer player, sportsman, they hit the ball, so they make their hands dirty. And I know some people can overlearn. I don't like it because if I overlearn, I have no time with practice. But practice
Yep.
can bring real skills, results, and yeah, something like this.
People start overthinking
Yeah.
simple concepts like writing an article that will be optimized for SEO. They would think like, should I put this keyword twice or three times, maybe at the beginning or at the end of the paragraph, whatever. Instead of figuring that little details, you better create two pieces of content instead of one that will be polished like I don't know, aluminum rims,
Yeah,
whatever. Like,
I remember when Mr. Beast said about how to become successful on YouTube, and he mentioned you need to film 100 bad videos. Just film 100 bad, shitty videos. When you have these videos, you acquire experience how to improve your results, how you can provide better video for your users. So it takes time, and if you don't write, you can't write. Even if you read 100 books how to write, you need to write.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
practice is everything. I started building skis on my own, and we just got the materials, built a press, and kind of used the epoxy and glued them, and well, they turned out okay. So the second one will be better, the third one will be better, the 10th one maybe we can sell. So that's like how you learn, by practice, by testing, by analyzing, not by like reading the books how to build skis.
yeah,
That's not the way.
and by failing, yeah, failing
Yep.
is the best
Yep.
skill. I love failing. I hate failing, but I love to learn from failing.
It's
So
a love and hate relationship between like in failing. Like at first you're like, I didn't make it, but you see like, oh, I know what I did wrong, so at least I know how to succeed next time, or I will get a little bit closer to success. So it's a progress, basically.
Yeah. Nice, nice. Michał, it's a big pleasure to get on my show, to learn from you. I love this experience. So valuable. So welcome back anytime to share more valuable insights. Tell the best way how to keep learning from you, how to reach out to you, how to follow you.
Yeah, SEO Surfers Group, that's the best community. We build like 20,000 people, super helpful to each other. I'm there, other team members are there. So this is the go-to place to get the resource and to contact me.
Nice, nice. And 20 K paid users or not?
No, 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 it's 20K people on Facebook group SEO
Okay, okay.
Surfers. So it's like a free community.
Okay, got it, guys. You can find the link to Facebook group, to LinkedIn account, to website. So I recommend to anyone to use Surfer SEO. I recommend to anyone to keep learning from Michał because you can see a lot of valuable insights. Join this group and ask questions. Smart, stupid, it doesn't matter. Just ask. You can get right answers. Okay, guys. Love you. See you.